Welcome to another exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Anthony Timpano, star of the thrilling Friday Night Sext Scandal. Anthony takes on the role of Shawn Martins. Join us as we delve into Shawn's insights into his character, the challenges of filming, and the compelling themes explored in the Friday Night Sext Scandal. Thank you for being here today, Anthony.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we can start. Can you tell us a bit about your character in Friday Night Sex Scandal?
Yeah, for sure. So I play Shawn Martins. He's a high school student at Westmoreland High. And he's kind of someone that, wants to belong and wants to fit in and wants to be somebody. And throughout this story, he becomes a starter on his high school football team, and everything's looking great for him. And it looks like, life's going really well, and he has a whole new group of friends. And when he gets injured in this film and loses that opportunity to be on the starting lineup, he kind of loses a sense of his identity as well. And, wanting to still fit in and feel like somebody to his friends and, impress them, he begins to make some horrible choices, and that kind of results in him hurting the people that he cares most about.
Yeah. And what initially attracted you to the role in the movie?
I don't know, a few things really. I've worked with Lifetime before on a few other films, so it's always a joy coming back and working with them again. But when I first read the script, I think it was just a big story to be told. For one thing, like it was the story that's not told very often, and I think there's a lot of important issues in this that can be shared, and I think people can take away a lot from it. But I also just really liked the character that Shawn was, because I think there was a lot to him, and it's a bit of a challenge too, because I feel like you can get trapped into this mindset of like he's a bad guy, or because he makes this mistake you don't want to play something like that, or you're against his choices. And I think that's a fair response, but I just wanted to see what more there was to him, and I kind of didn't want to judge him in any way. I went through it and just took away all that judgment, more so for me to just understand him as a human, so that kind of attracted me a little bit.
Yeah, great. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating?
Well, for one, the story. It's an emotional story, just and it's dark. Like it's about the social issues that we deal with in high school, and I think there's a lot of great relationships in this, and it's sad because throughout this film we basically watch really three beautiful relationships. One, me and Lauren, who's played by Keana. You see our relationship, and like a relationship with me and my mother, and the relationship between the two other mothers. Like at the beginning of this film, you kind of see how intertwined all their lives are, and then throughout the film, we kind of watch all that fade away just because of all these mistakes that are being made. And you don't realize how much just one little action can affect everybody around you and hurt the people around you. So I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, great. And what do you hope audiences take away from watching the movie? The
Good
message.
question. There's a few things I feel like they could take away from it. One being just, quoting what I just said, that, the actions that you have all have a consequence, whether good or bad. But, you may think just doing one thing can affect only you, but it can affect everybody around you. So I guess really think about the choices that you're making in your life, and for people that I guess are on the receiving end of these kind of things, know that there is people out there, especially for someone in high school like that. There's hotlines out there that you can reach out to. There's things like that you can always, share your thoughts with. So yeah.
Yeah, great. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast on set?
With the cast?
Yeah, with
Oh,
your
I
cast.
mean, uh, there was a lot that was exciting. I mean, they're all fantastic. Like I'll say it to this day. I loved every single one of them. It was just a great time being on set with everybody. I said it before. It was fun being on this set because there was a sense of familiarity rather than it feeling like a job. It felt more like a group of friends showing up, and we just so happened to be making a movie. Like everyone was kind of in this great mindset. Everyone really wanted to be there and do a good job, and that goes a long way on a film set. And especially our director Gail and our executive producer Danielle, they made it such a safe space. From day one, it was like, okay, we're here, let's all work together, let's make a film. And they were always open to suggestions. They were always open to trying new things. If it didn't work, but we'll try something else. Yeah, they made it such a beautiful place to be. So
Sounds great. And what can you tease, without spoiler, about your character journey in the movie?
oh boy, without spoiling. Yeah, I mean, I think how can I without spoil? I mean, whatever I say is going to spoil this film. Yeah, he just be prepared to see. Yeah, you know, don't judge him immediately. Try to come from a place of understanding and be aware that he does make some horrible choices throughout this film, and I personally think they never came from a very malicious intent. Like I know that when he found out what his new so-called friends were up to, I don't think he ever agreed to it. I don't think it was something that he was like, oh, this is so cool. Like I think there was a part of him that's like, what am I getting into right now? Like this is this new group of friends. But again, with those social pressures, you feel like you want to fit in, so you kind of put up an appearance, right? You put up this image of wanting to fit in with these guys, and I think that gets the best of them.
Great. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming the movie?
Favorite scene or moment? I don't know. I don't really want to say I had a favorite scene or a favorite moment. I just love, like there wasn't one thing that stood out more than the other. I think all of them were amazing, because we'd find something new in each scene, and we'd find something new every day that we came to work. But if I really had to put a pin on it, I mean, I want to say the football stuff. The stuff we shot on the field, because one, it was like -12 outside, and we're playing football, and I haven't played football, since high school, and even then I wasn't the best player. So, but just keeping up with that, it was awesome. It felt very cool because we were playing with an actual high school football team, so it felt very disciplined, and we'd show up to work really and just start playing football, which was awesome.
Great. And we are talking about the movie, and I would like to change the subject. And talking about your experience in Riverdale, we are great fans. What can you share about this experience?
What can I share about the experience on this film?
in Riverdale, the TV
Oh, in
show.
Riverdale.
We
Oh
are great
boy.
fan on Riverdale.
Are you? That's so
Yeah.
funny. I mean, I don't have much to say. Like I was a very minor role in that show, but if I do have to say something, I'd say the people that I met and worked with were beautiful people. I mean, very kind, very welcoming. And especially for such a big show, there's sort of an intimidation there that it feels like, like what am I kind of walking into? They're already established. But no, they were very welcoming. They were very kind, and I had an overall great time.
Great. And at Survivor shows, we are big fans of Christmas comedies. What is your all-time favorite?
Favorite what? Sorry?
Christmas comedies
My favorite Christmas comedy.
of
Oh
all
boy.
time.
Of all time? Oh darn, that's a good one. Maybe I'm just gonna go with a classic here, The Grinch.
Okay, great.
I'm going with The Grinch.
Great, great. And talking about your career, what
Mhm.
have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career, and why for you?
Most memorable. Well, I mean, this one especially, this was an amazing one. But besides this one, because I can go all day about how amazing this film was to work on. Another film that I had the opportunity to work on was called Sugar, which is on Amazon Prime, and that was awesome because one, I had already worked with the producers of that before, but I mean, we were in Mexico, so I basically shot the whole movie in Mexico, so I can't really complain there. We were on a beautiful resort for a month, and shooting that film was awesome. I'd have to say that as well. But they've all been pretty good, like I don't have any negative things about any project I work on. I feel like they've all kind of stood out to me in a sense, especially as a young actor, still kind of building a name for myself. They've all been amazing, like I've always done my best and just strived for more work, and it's been a great career so far. So I have no complaints. I'm happy and excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, great. And the last question, can you tease something about your next projects?
About the next project, well, unfortunately, I don't really know at the moment what my next project is. I'm kind of still in the loop about things. So
Okay, and I good luck, a good career, and more projects to come for you.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being here today with us, Anthony.
Of
And
course.
remember to catch up the movie Friday Night Sex Scandal only on Lifetime channel on Saturday night, this Saturday night.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here, and thank you all
Of
for
course.
watching.
Of
Bye.
course. Take care.